The Galactic Council. In the vast expanse of the universe, the Galactic Council convened to discuss matters of cosmic importance. Comprised of representatives from the most advanced alien civilizations, the Council held the power to shape the destiny of entire star systems. As the Council members took their seats, a heated debate erupted over a seemingly insignificant planet, Earth. "It's nothing more than a death world," scoffed Zorgan, the delegate from the Reptilian Empire. "Its inhabitants are primitive and its environment is hostile. It's not worth our time." But one alien scholar, Xyloth from the Andromeda Consortium, disagreed. He had been studying Earth from afar and believed that the planet harbored untapped potential. "Esteemed council members," Xyloth began, his voice calm yet determined, "while Earth may appear dangerous and its inhabitants underdeveloped, I believe there is more to them than meets the eye. Their resilience in the face of adversity is remarkable, and their ingenuity knows no bounds. I propose we send an expedition to assess Earth and its inhabitants firsthand." The council chamber erupted into murmurs as the members considered Xyloth's proposal. After much deliberation, they reluctantly agreed to dispatch a small expeditionary force to Earth, if only to prove Xyloth wrong and put an end to his fascination with the planet. Xyloth bowed his head in gratitude. "Thank you for this opportunity," he said. "I assure you, this mission will open our eyes to possibilities we have yet to imagine." As the council adjourned, Xyloth couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. He knew that Earth held secrets waiting to be uncovered, and he was determined to be the one to unravel them. First contact. The alien expedition arrived on Earth under the cover of darkness, their sleek spacecraft touching down in a remote corner of the planet. Xyloth emerged from the vessel, his eyes widening as he took in the lush greenery and breathable atmosphere. It was a far cry from the barren wastelands and toxic environments of many other worlds he had visited. As the expedition team set up their base camp, they couldn't help but marvel at the diversity of life on Earth. The planet was teeming with millions of different species, each uniquely adapted to its environment. But what intrigued Xyloth the most were the humans. From their initial observations, it was clear that humans were technologically inferior to the alien civilizations represented on the Council. They still relied on primitive tools and had yet to achieve interstellar travel. However, what they lacked in technological advancement, they made up for in sheer adaptability and resilience. Xyloth watched as a group of humans worked together to build a shelter, their cooperation and problem-solving skills evident even from a distance. He marveled at their ability to thrive in the face of challenges that would have easily overwhelmed many other species. As the expedition continued, the aliens made their presence known to a select group of human leaders. The reactions were mixed. Some were fearful, others curious. But Xyloth was patient, taking the time to learn from the humans and share knowledge in return. Some of his fellow aliens remained dismissive of the humans, seeing them as nothing more than primitive savages. But Xyloth saw something more. He saw a species with immense potential, one that had barely begun to scratch the surface of what they were capable of. As the expedition prepared to move on to their next location, Xyloth couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning. The humans had captured his imagination, and he was determined to uncover the secrets of their resilience. The Australian outback. The alien expedition touched down in the heart of the Australian outback, a vast and unforgiving landscape that stretched as far as the eye could see. Xyloth and his team had chosen this location to study one of Earth's most unique and challenging ecosystems. As they set out to explore the terrain, the aliens quickly realized that they were unprepared for the harsh conditions that awaited them. The scorching heat beat down relentlessly, and the arid landscape offered little respite from the sun's unforgiving rays. To make matters worse, the outback was home to some of the most dangerous creatures on Earth. From venomous snakes to towering saltwater crocodiles, every step seemed fraught with peril. The aliens found themselves constantly on edge, their advanced technology offering little protection against the primal dangers that surrounded them. But as they journeyed deeper into the outback, they began to encounter small pockets of human civilization. rugged individuals who had carved out a life in this hostile environment. These humans possessed an uncanny ability to navigate the treacherous landscape, their survival skills honed over generations. On one particularly harrowing occasion, Xyloth found himself cornered by a pack of dingoes, wild dogs native to Australia. Just as he thought all hope was lost, a group of humans appeared as if out of nowhere. With practiced efficiency, they drove off the dingoes and offered Xyloth shelter in their camp. As he sat around the flickering campfire that night, Xyloth listened intently to the stories of these outback dwellers. They spoke of droughts that lasted for years, of fires that consumed everything in their path. Yet through it all, they persevered with a tenacity that left Xyloth in awe. Over time, the aliens came to rely on their human guides more and more. They learned how to find water in even the driest creek beds, how to read the subtle signs that signaled danger on the horizon. And with each passing day, Xyloth's respect for human resilience only grew. As the expedition drew to a close, Xyloth realized that he had underestimated Earth and its inhabitants from the start. These humans weren't just surviving in one of the most formidable environments imaginable. They were thriving. And if they could flourish here, in this unforgiving corner of their world, there was no telling what they might be capable of on a grander scale. An unexpected alliance. Just as Xyloth and his team were preparing to depart Earth, an urgent message came through from the Galactic Council. A hostile alien race known as the Zorgoth had launched a surprise invasion of Earth, seeing it as an easy target for conquest. The Council had always known that the Zorgoth were a warmongering species, but they had never dared to attack a planet under the Council's protection. This invasion was a blatant act of aggression, and one that could not go unanswered. Xyloth knew that humans alone stood no chance against the Zorgoth's advanced weaponry and battle-hardened troops. But he also knew that the Council could not stand idly by while an innocent species was slaughtered. In an unprecedented move, Xyloth convinced the Council to send reinforcements to aid humanity in defending their planet. It was a decision that went against centuries of non-interference policies, but Xyloth argued passionately that Earth had proven its worth, and that it was time for the galactic community to stand with them. As the Zorgoth invasion force landed on Earth, they found themselves facing not just human resistance, but a united front of humans and Council aliens working side by side. In the skies above, alien fighters engaged in daring dogfights with Zorgoth warships. On the ground, human soldiers fought alongside alien warriors, their combined strength turning the tide of battle. But it was in the unforgiving terrain of the Australian outback that the decisive blow was struck. Here, the skills and knowledge that the humans had shared with Xyloth's team proved invaluable. Together, they lured the Zorgoth into the heart of the outback, where the invaders found themselves outmatched by the environment and the guerrilla tactics of the human-alien alliance. As the Zorgoth retreat turned into a rout, Xyloth couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. He had always known that humans had the potential to be so much more than the Council had given them credit for, and now they had proven it beyond any shadow of a doubt. In the aftermath of the failed invasion, Earth found itself a changed world. The knowledge of alien life had become irrefutable, and humanity had taken its first steps onto the galactic stage. But more than that, they had earned the respect and admiration of the most advanced civilizations in the universe. No longer would they be dismissed as primitive savages. They had shown themselves to be true equals. Earth's ascension. In the wake of the Zorgoth invasion, Earth found itself at a turning point in its history. The Galactic Council, recognizing the bravery and resilience of humanity, formally extended an invitation for Earth to join its ranks as a full member. It was an offer that was met with both excitement and trepidation. Some humans feared that they would be giving up their sovereignty, their very identity. But others saw it as an opportunity, a chance to take their place among the stars and shape the course of not just their own world, but the entire galaxy. In the end, it was the words of Xyloth that swayed the tide of opinion. In an impassioned speech before the United Nations, he spoke of the potential he had seen in humanity from the very beginning. the same potential that had now been recognized by the Council. "You have shown yourselves to be warriors, yes," he said. "But more than that, you have shown yourselves to be innovators, dreamers, and explorers. You have a unique perspective and a strength of spirit that the galaxy needs now more than ever. This is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new chapter, one that will be written in the stars." And so, with a sense of unity and purpose, Earth took its first steps into the galactic community. Human ambassadors took their seats on the Council, their voices adding a new dimension to the cosmic discourse. Human scientists and engineers worked side by side with their alien counterparts, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. As for Xyloth, he could not help but reflect on the extraordinary journey that had brought him to this moment. When he had first proposed the expedition to Earth, he had been driven by curiosity, a desire to understand a world and a species that so many had dismissed. But now he realized that it had been so much more than that. He had seen in humanity a reflection of the very best of what the galaxy could be, a testament to the power of diversity, of cooperation in the face of adversity. And he knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, Earth would be there to meet them, not as a death world, but as a beacon of hope and resilience for all who looked to the stars. As Xyloth boarded his ship to return to his own world, he took one last look at the planet that had captured his imagination so completely. The Earth hung in the void, a vibrant blue and green jewel against the infinite blackness of space, and he knew that no matter how far he traveled or how many worlds he visited, a part of him would always belong to this remarkable planet and its extraordinary people. With a sense of pride and gratitude, Xyloth set his course for the stars, ready to face whatever the universe had in store. For he had seen the future in the eyes of humanity, and it was a future that shone bright with promise and possibility. That concludes the 5-part story, with each part written in detail as requested. The story focuses on the themes of human resilience, adaptability, and the potential for cooperation between humans and aliens. It showcases how humanity, despite being initially dismissed as primitive, proves its worth through its unique strengths and earns its place among the stars.